This is a Headgum podcast.
What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
Dude, we're back.
Yeah.
We're back. Buckle up your chair. You're going on the ride for the big roller coaster. It's fun to goof around with you.
I don't know what that voice was or what you're doing with your, because it's like a weird sound that's coming out.
Yeah, I didn't even know either.
It's really, really hilarious.
Thanks, Kyle. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're back. I can't even get through this.
You're not even going to be able to get through the episode because you're laughing so hard.
I'm Kyle Mooney.
And I'm Beck Bennett.
And you're listening to or watching What's Our Podcast?
Question mark.
The show where we bring in a guest and they try to help us figure out what is our podcast.
Because we don't know.
We have
no idea.
Zero idea.
We're like, let's have a podcast. We're like, wait, what is it about? Oh, crap. They're rolling. We have to start going. And we don't even know what it's about. Your fake laugh is really evolved. It used to be a silent.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it can still be that. It's just one of them.
It sort of depends on the situation.
I get.
Oh, yeah, that's sort of.
That's good. Well, okay. So buckle up. We're back, and this is our podcast. Kyle, how's your weekend?
You know, I knew this moment was coming where we'd sort of have to confront just the how you doing? That sort of thing.
Right,
yeah,
sure.
And I wonder if I've already said this too many times on our podcast. Before I forget, we should also talk about the state of our podcast before we bring on our guests.
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty well right now. Oh.
Except for that.
Okay, so for those of you who can't, do you want to you to the audience?
So for those of you who can't see what's
what
happening, there's a little box on the microphones that says Headgum, and it just fell off of Kyle's. It just came off.
And I was maybe being a little, touchy feely with the microphone, and I see why. Okay, I think I got it back on.
Yeah. Good work, dude.
Thanks.
That was scary. That was one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
That was scary for you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you've never seen Return of the Night Demon from Planet R.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Is that
because I made it up?
Okay, that's actually the scariest place I've never been. Kyle's mind.
Yeah. You might see something very creepy and very stinky.
Ew. Okay, what were you gonna say? We got our guest is already here. So my child, and forgive me for speaking about my kid. I feel like that. I saw some TikTok or a Facebook reel video about I don't know. It was the things that are the most people are the most uninterested in, and it was photos of your child and talking about how good your child is at sports. Regardless, she didn't sleep well last night and woke up very early this morning. So that sort of disrupts my day. Yeah. And that's rude of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's.
But I feel my level of exhaustion is pretty fine considering that.
What time did she wake up?
Well, also my wife actually woke up with her.
That was
5:30.
Okay, so you're snoozing. You're just hanging out in bed. But
well, no, I had to wake up in the middle of the night to hang with her.
Yeah, okay.
We had to almost tag team because she got up multiple times.
Got it.
And then in the morning when she woke up at 5:30, I knew I had to do this today and work a little, and so I was hoping, okay, I'll get a couple more hours of sleep. But she was just very loud and very cranky. I think because she hadn't got
any
Enough-
sleep.
enough
So
sleep,
I
yeah.
wasn't really resting in that period.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. You look great. You sound great. You're with it. You always bring it.
Thank you.
Always are the man.
Thank you.
And we're gonna have an awesome episode.
Yeah, how
dude.
you doing, by the way?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, he's back with the voice.
Yeah. No. I'm fine. I dropped Ruby off at a summer camp thing. It's like a whole new place, and that's always like
Scary for him? Or
yeah, not for him, for me. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm leaving you here. Are you gonna
Yeah.
be sad or confused or not know what's happening or not know these people? But he was totally fine and started playing with one of his friends right away.
And next week, our kids start
School
are going to
again.
be in the same class.
Yeah. So
should
maybe you
start
and
a
me should be room
podcast.
parents.
I don't like to do I don't like to participate.
Yeah, I don't either. But sometimes it's good. You know,
No, I get that.
build the community. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Okay.
Okay, just real quick, we'll go through the state of the podcast,
Yeah,
and then we'll bring on our guest.
who I'm very excited about.
Yes. How are you feeling right now, currently, about how we're doing on our podcast?
Really bad. I think it's a steaming pile of doo doo.
Okay, I
Stinky
didn't know you
doo-doo.
felt.
No,
so
no. I
strongly
actually
about
think it's great. I'm having a great time. I think it's fun. I can tell I get the feeling from our wonderful producers, Casey and Anya. Woo, woo, give it up. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. And from the guests' experience that it's fun and different. It does make me a little uncomfortable sometimes. This whole getting a suggestion and rolling
it.
with
Oh,
it.
sure, yeah.
What about you? How are you feeling?
Feel good. Love this part of it. I enjoy just catching up with you. It's like I feel like you always have the weirdest. Your perspective is so unique.
Thank you so much.
And,
That's
And then when we
Yeah.
go, when I don't like doing the rest of the show,
oh really?
the
Yeah.
guest, and then the podcast within the podcast. I feel like if it was just this and it was just like 15 minutes, it would be so much easier.
Oh, just 15 minutes. Yeah.
Mhm.
We should try a couple of those. I was thinking that, like maybe non-guest episodes.
Okay, if you hey Rocco's,
Hey,
Rocco
to our
alert.
Roccos. Yes. Which is
If
if
you're
you're
interested in
just
us to-
listening for
if
the
you're
first time, that's
interested-
what we call our fans
That's what you're called. They're called the Roccos.
for now.
If you're interested in us doing from this point forward just 15-minute episodes of Beck and I yapping it up, let us know, and we'll stop doing the podcast the way we've been doing it up to this point.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great.
And I feel like we're still trying to nail the podcast within the podcast part.
Oh yeah.
And we've talked about or we're completely doing away with the theme song in the podcast.
I think so.
Podcast. But yeah, no, it's been. I think I was being a little silly. I do think it's been. I feel pretty good about what we've been doing, and yeah, it's always.
Always just like it's like a
It's
surprise.
you're like on the raft or in the river of. It's just an interesting.
So wait, you're on the raft of the river?
I
That's really
no.
I
feel like
don't know if
that,
that's really appropriate.
I feel like I
Kyle.
put that the wrong way. I feel like I put that. The wrong way.
Yeah, that was kind of it's not really fair to our producers.
Yeah. I feel like I put you're not on the raft. You're
Yeah.
It's like you're in motion and the motion of the ocean. You know
That's
what I
nice.
mean?
Yeah, that's really
yeah.
interesting.
And you keep running into a guy named Baylor. And hey,
Well, I think
Baylor,
we have
how
to
you
get to
doing?
our guest.
Okay.
But that was really cool, and I'm glad that you're, having fun and riding the waves.
The motion of the ocean.
You always make me laugh. It's always such a pleasure
Hey,
to see you.
same. Right back at you, brother.
Thanks, brother, man. Okay, our guest today is Skyler Gisondo. I didn't know how to say his last name for a long time. I said
Glad
it
you're
inappropriately.
taking the reins.
Yeah. I was in Superman with him. He's been acting since he was a little child. He's an incredible actor. I was in Superman with him. I had so much fun with him. He's one of
Have
the
you
most.
done any movies with him? Or?
Yeah, Superman.
Okay.
I was in Superman with him. We did Superman together, and Superman just came out. I love Skyler. I mean, let's see what happens. I hope we fucking have an awesome time.
It's guest time.
Oh, dude, the countdown is on. Holiday shopping season is officially here. Ding, ding, ding. That's let the anxiety kick in. I always let it go till the last minute, and I'm like, what do I get my Nona? It's always the thing. What does she want? But
Nona's still
Uncommon
around?
Yeah, my Nona is still around. She's still making all sorts of stuff and like making
You
little
lucky
cookies and stuff.
dog.
Yeah. But
I
look,
lost
here's,
I lost my last one in the mid-aughts.
dang. I hate it when you lose a Nona. But look, it's not about losing Nonas. It's about what you get Nona for Christmas or Hanukkah or any of the other stuff, the holiday season. So lucky for all of us, Uncommon Goods takes the stress out of gifting with thousands of unique, high-quality finds you won't see anywhere else. You hear that? Uncommon Goods. So like, it's not going to be like, oh, I got this or I saw this. It's going to be Uncommon Goods. And the only place you can get it is on the website. Okay? It's primo stuff and it's fast. They're high quality, unique, often handmade or made in the U.S. so you can feel good about it. Many are crafted by independent artists and small businesses, making every gift feel meaningful and truly one of a kind. I'm like, what? Give me the Uncommon Goods right now, dude.
I was actually going to say the exact same thing. I'm
No
actually
doubt.
cruising through the website right now. They got garden tools, 3D wall art. That's gonna be really cool. That could be some good.
That's
gifts
going to be
for people.
great for, I mean, you might not be able to get a gift for your Nona, but you can at least get them for somebody else's Nona.
Yeah, it's okay that my Nona isn't around and wouldn't get the 3D art.
It's
All right.
fine, but she would have loved Uncommon Goods. When you go to Uncommon Goods, you're supporting the artists, small independent businesses, and it's like these small batches, like stuff for history buffs, football fans, mixologists, all this stuff. So look, with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 back to a nonprofit partner of your choice. Hear that? They've donated more than $3.1 million to date. I bet that's more than you've earned in your life. So just go to Uncommon Goods.
Are you talking to me or to the listeners?
To you, Kyle. No, I bet you made, I don't know how much you make, dude.
Do you want to have a conversation offline?
Yeah, it'd be nice to know.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let's
just put our personal issues to the side, okay?
Well, what's the issue? What is your issue with how much I make?
I don't have any issue. I want you to make
I
as
didn't have
much
a
money as you
personal
can.
issue. Okay.
Okay. All right, look. I'm just trying to help the people out with the holiday season, dude.
By telling them how much I make or I've made?
I don't know how much you make, dude.
Okay. So don't wait. Cross those names off your list before the rush. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/BeckandKyle. That's uncommongoods.com/BeckandKyle for 15% off. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
Yes.
I got to talk to you.
What's up? Wow. Skyler is here in the studio.
The gray shirt guys.
The gray shirt guys, yes. And where is this is from? Oh, this is really good info. What does it say on my? This is a new shirt.
Yeah, check your tag.
This is Shades of Gray by Micah Cohen.
Wow.
That's exactly it, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
You look great, man.
Would love to get some free stuff.
Shades of Gray.
local clothes maker. It's really nice stuff. You're right down there at Highland Park in downtown.
You guys look really cool.
Yeah, Kyle, what are you wearing?
What are you rocking, dude?
Oh, Snoopy.
I guess it's Snoopy with the saxophone.
That's
cool.
really cool, dude.
There's Woodstock too.
Really cool, man.
Woodstock, yeah.
$55,000. Yeah.
That's a lot. Now, Skyler, I saw you on Saturday. We did a little intro.
Yeah.
Talked about Superman
For the screening?
again.
A screen or no, for
his birthday.
Birthday party.
Birthday party at his house.
Oh, it was like, hey
Met
guys, birthday party's about to start. Let's go ahead and get started with the birthday party.
Wait, what?
You just said you did an intro together, right?
Wait, did I say that?
Did I hear intro?
Did I say, producers, did I say intro? I saw you on Saturday. We did a little intro. I thought I said, I'm excited to have Skyler here. I saw you on Saturday.
Which were so nice to come to. We were talking, because I was telling Beck, I've never done a podcast.
You've never done a podcast.
And never done it.
That's crazy.
And so I was, on Saturday, I was telling you like how I was spiraling, how nervous I was, how excited I was. And you're like, no, dude, you're going to be great. And I was like, who's been doing it? How's it going? And Beck started telling me about like, oh, the last guy was Mark Maron. And it was like beautiful and like emotional and funny and all of these things. And I was like, oh, dude, so the last guy was like the godfather of podcasts.
Right. Yeah.
And one of like the smartest, funniest.
Yeah, one of the best.
And then it's
best in the biz.
And then me.
And then Skyler.
And then I'm next.
It's the perfect connection. You guys are on the same level. Really, so somebody who's basically created podcasting and somebody who's never done one.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're
at the
also
same level.
doing perfectly, and already like I feel comfortable around you, and I want to apologize about the whole intro to the birthday party.
Yeah, because we know nobody heard intro, and then you were like,
Did anyone hear it?
Nobody heard
like,
intro,
I saw you on
dude.
Saturday. We did an intro together.
Yeah, Beck and I took it upon ourselves to. Yeah, we were doing our own intros.
Yeah. We did little intros.
It is a good concept to have in the back of your mind, though, like intros to parties. You know what I mean? Like, hey guys, party's about to get started. So if you want to grab your cups now, we're gonna get started in about 2 minutes. It's party time, almost.
Yeah, no, that I think you should do that at your next party.
Okay.
Beck you were talking. Beck came alone.
I came alone,
and we were talking about just the psychology of going to how scary it can be.
Yes, I was scared. I got very scared. Because it was across town.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it had been a while since I'd been to a house party, and I realized like we don't share like any friends.
No connective tissue.
And no connective tissue. I went by myself. I'm like, I'm going into this house party. You're 29, and your friends around the same age, I would imagine. So it's like younger people. I'm like, I'm a 40-year-old man walking in like by myself. I was like, I'm going to be standing there on my phone with nobody to talk to. I was like walking by outside and being like, I don't know if I can go in. And then I texted some other cast, Anthony and Isabella, and they were like, we're in here. And so I went in and had a great time.
It was so nice of you to come. I was so good to see you. I'm so happy you came in and didn't get back in the car.
I know. It was close. I went back and I was like, no, I can't drive all this way, 45 minutes, and then not come in. And then see you on Monday and be like, hey, I came to your birthday party. I walked around outside and I didn't come in. Like I was like, I have to
counts.
go in. Yeah. I came. I didn't walk in, but
you being there with the rest, because there's a few people from Superman there, and the best part, like walking around, like most of my friends are not actors or in the industry. I was walking through the party and everyone was just whispering about the cast of Super, like, and like I kind of like get back and like. And I was like, guys, I'm in the movie too. Like I'm in it. I had like no one's ever in my life been like, I can't believe, but because the three of them were there,
they couldn't believe it.
It's the cast of Superman.
Yeah. It's so funny.
I want to know I want some behind the scenes tea. You guys shot in was that Atlanta?
Soup's Tea.
Yeah, Soup's Tea. We shot in Atlanta, in Macon.
What was the
Trilith, and then Cleveland.
How much hang time outside of shooting was there?
Quite a bit, I would say, because we also got down there a week early because we were on weather cover. So we were like ready to go in case, it rained and they needed to move inside to shoot the Daily Planet. So we were there like for a week, right?
Yeah.
And we were like hanging out, getting dinner every night.
Everybody
night was hanging out.
That's very sweet.
It was so sweet. It was like summer camp from the first day. There was no like, with a big cast, like naturally, usually people section off and like there's different group. It was one group chat. Like every night we were always, you couldn't like, it was the most inclusive and fun. And I've said in other interviews, but like the best night with Beck, I don't know like where the idea started, but he got us all tickets to a wrestling thing in Macon, Georgia.
Yeah, an amateur wrestling event. Or maybe it was somewhat pro, like Class C, or I don't know what it was, but it was like a touring show. And I was just like walking around Macon and I saw that there was going to be a wrestling match. I was like, we got to go.
That was one of the first things we all did. And I think, I don't know what tier. I would imagine whatever's under WWE, like the feeder league into that, this was maybe the thing that feeds into the thing that feeds into the, but for that reason, I feel like there was even more carnage than WWE, and it was immersive. We were like, we constituted like half of the entire crowd, our group. It wasn't like a packed.
No.
And then it was unclear who was in on it and who was just like a Macon resident.
Right, because there was like this, that lady who was yelling.
Holding a baby
and screaming. Like really intensely. Whether it was a bit or not, having the baby there was questionable for sure. I don't know much about.
Do you recall any of the names of the wrestlers or like thematically what they represented or anything like that?
I gotta say, no, I don't remember any of them.
It was just bodies hitting the floor.
Yeah, a lot of slapping bodies.
Brainiac or something.
There were no smart wrestlers. There were definitely some showboaters.
Yeah,
and there was like maybe a couple teams. There were 2 teams.
Yeah,
tag team.
But we were blown away. It was like really intense for us. And then we showed James like video of it, and he was like, "Oh, that's nothing." He's like, they're not even cutting them, so they're not even bleeding.
Yeah, he was unimpressed.
He was like, oh, this is nothing, because he like really knows the wrestling world, and he said it didn't really stack up, but we were having a blast. But I was telling Kyle before you came in here, and I've told you many times that Skyler's one of the best people in the world, and I love you so much.
And I'm such a fan.
He's the sweetest guy.
You're so great.
Such a good actor.
Righteous Gemstones.
Thanks, man.
How is that? So that's in South Carolina?
So I got, dude, this is so talking to you. Beck knows, but you being with you two together, Good Neighbor stuff was so, dude, growing up, it was so formative.
That's so
It felt
sweet.
like you got like literally 90% of like the general just voice of me and my friends growing up was just the stuff that you guys were doing. It's why I wanted to do just because I love Beck and it's mutual, but then also I was like, oh my God, the idea of sitting here with you guys and doing this, totally surreal, man. So thanks for having me.
And forgive me, we're handed these biographies from our wonderful producers, and did I see?
And we do a lot of research too.
Yeah,
really a lot of preparation.
Yeah, I don't want to be wrong here. So you were born in Florida, and then came to LA?
Moved to LA when I was 6. Yeah, I've distanced myself from the Florida Association. I feel like we get a weird bad rap, but it can be a beautiful state.
It's so pretty, yeah.
There's cool things going on there.
Yeah,
definitely.
And, born in Florida, and then my dad had. My parents are oceanic engineers. They do like offshore marine construction kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
And my dad had a project in Hermosa Beach, and we all sort of came, me and my sisters, as like a family trip, like a vacation. And his project kept getting delayed and postponed. And I had been like obsessed with movies. I would just like watch the same things over and over. And I had been I started so young. Most people's question is like, did your folks want you to get into it? And like, truthfully, no, I was this little maniac, and I would just like relentlessly like, how can I do this? Can you let me do this, please? And so while we were in LA, my mom sent like some photos to some agencies, and I like went on an audition, and that was kind of the beginning of it, man. And then we loved LA. We stayed here, and we never left.
And I've got to know about this promposal.
Oh yeah,
Also, are these like? Are you getting asked this sort of? Are these is this rote?
No, not because that was so long ago, but it's been coming up again.
My sister-in-law sent me the video last night. Yeah, and we had talked about it. But has that been online, or is it like circulating now post?
I've not seen it. I just know it exists.
It was like 12 years ago. I was in Night at the Museum 3. I played Ben Stiller's son, and I was a senior in high school, and I wasn't going to be back in time to give my girlfriend at the time enough time to ask her to prom. So I had to figure something out while we were on location. So I wrote like a little 1-page skit that would have made for like a 20-second video, like tops, and it involved Ben and Robin and Robin Williams and Crystal the Capuchin, this monkey who was in the movie, who's like the Meryl Streep of animal actors. She's just like
famous.
The thing about Crystal is so good. She's like she Hangover, like her credits for never ending, and then. The second best behind her is her brother Squirt.
Squirt?
And he's like the second best in the business by far, but Crystal is so good that next to her, Squirt, like anytime Crystal...
with a name like Squirt too, it's like Crystal is up here, Squirt, you're kind of...
You know what's coming.
Squirt.
And on some of those longer days where Crystal just like tired out and they'd have to bring in Squirt, it was like, shit, dude, like Squirt. Like he's not getting it. Like Squirt.
He's going to
and
fuck
his hair
around.
was kind
He's
of
going to
like
talk to us about the weekend. He's not going to have his lines. He's going to be like goofing around in between takes. What's that?
You can talk to people.
I assume so. I don't know. They're working monkeys, so I just figured they'd be able to talk. I don't know.
Right.
You know what's crazy? Crystal, you could talk to like a person, and she wouldn't even get like commands. Like Tom, who worked with her, would just be like, Crystal, would you grab that? And like, it was insane. But anyway, the promposal. So I wrote this little like 1-page skit, and I took it to Ben and Robin. I asked them if they would do it. They both said yes. And then we were just going to shoot it like on a phone, but Ben was like, no, let's set it up. And he got our cinematographer, and like all of a sudden the whole crew gathered. And it ended up like the second we started, of course, like the script went out the window, and Ben was Ben and Robin was Robin. And it was like 3 minutes long. And I went over.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I have to see this. Now, was any part of you like, well, actually, guys, no, that's not what it says.
Yeah. Well, there's a moment where like Robin is doing like a Jewish voice, like an old Jewish woman or something, or like, and you're like, we don't really sound like that. Really funny.
Guys, I really worked on the script.
I don't know.
Really appreciate it. Kind of
accurate.
How was the actual? I'm assuming you got a yes. And how was the actual prom experience? experience if you feel comfortable talking about it.
Oh, totally. It was great. And also the other thing is the video, I walked over to my mom after we finished the video and I said that was the coolest thing that's ever happened. I was just floating. And then for prom, we had to get tickets for this bus and my mom kept telling me to wait. And I was like, Mom, I got to do it. It's coming up. And she was trying for whatever reason. And then eventually she had to tell me Ben he wanted it to be a surprise, but he got a limo for me and my friends for prom.
Oh my
so
God.
we're
So
in this limo for it was awesome.
That's so sick. I mean, was it were you kind of, was that, I would imagine that after that, your reputation at school, you were kind of on fire. People were look at this video.
You know what, man?
Skyler got a limo from Ben Stiller.
Totally. You would have thought, man, but no. Yeah. I started school. I was homeschooled when I started acting as a kid. I was homeschooled for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I started high school in 10th grade. And whatever social currency.
So you started going to school in 10th grade?
In 10th grade. Yeah, late.
Wow.
I was late. And so whatever social currency you had in adult world of growing up, it didn't really transfer. None of being in Night at the Museum 3, Secret of the Tomb.
Yeah.
Wasn't cool for some reason to these other, I don't know what would have been at the time.
Fucking shithead.
But so you would have.
Shitheads, man. They're fucking losers. What are they doing right now?
Sean Levy, it's guys, come on. But they don't, no, man. So my friends and I had a great time, but nobody was oh, dude, that's.
Right. That's the guy who did the video, the promposal,
yeah.
People didn't care.
And now I don't know. I mean, I'm sure maybe we can cut it. If not, it's not out yet. But I think it's the press release will be out soon. But the reason the video is coming up again is because I'm about to play Ben's son again. So that's I think it's why it's been coming up again.
I saw that. Congratulations in the new Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Right? What is it called? Do you know what it's called?
It's called Focker-in-Law.
Focker-in-Law.
Fockers-in-Law.
Fockers-in-Law.
Yeah.
So you're
you
playing.
lucky motherfucker.
Yes, dude. Yes, you still got it, dude.
I was fucking around.
Kyle was talking about
fucking around.
Kyle didn't get a lot of sleep last night because his daughter woke up. But coming in with stuff like that, dude. Wait, what did you say again?
You lucky motherfucker.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's you're blazing, dude.
I'm feeling like I'm blazing.
You're absolutely on fire.
I like to be blazing.
But that is so fun. Those movies are so funny. Are you mentioned
You're
something?
not actually a fucker.
Are you actually a Focker?
I'm a Focker. I'm Ben's son, and
Yes, you
so
gotta be a Focker.
and the movie is I play Ariana Grande's we're together.
Okay.
And
I'd be we're getting some exclusives.
Yes.
here.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned this at the party, and I was like, so you guys.
We're together,
You're
and then
together.
it got leaked, something got tweeted, and the first comment my friend sent it to me was from an Ariana Grande fan account. It just said, "Why won't they ever put her with somebody hot?" I was like, "Thanks, dude." But I listen, man, I get it.
Well, first of all, you're
hot.
very.
And I
you're
mean,
very about
now
that,
you're
though.
with Ariana Grande and the Fockers, and you're an absolute Riz god. Right?
Yeah, actually,
thank-
people, I was reading
You're
about
the Riz
that.
God in Superman. All the girls
That's
love
true.
you.
Thanks, man. My mom sent me
it's
that.
happening. You're blossoming.
Thank you,
You're having
man.
your
My mom sent me that article, and she's very serious. She said, "Is this good?"
Yeah.
And I called her. I was like, "Yeah." So I was walking her through what a Riz God was.
Yeah. It was kind of new to me. I didn't really know of Riz God or Riz
Oh
or
Yeah.
what that is.
Same.
Until that article came out.
You and your buddies don't talk about Riz.
I keep asking them to. I've been for years asking them to call me the Riz God, and they haven't done it.
So you actually have known a lot about Riz.
I've been working on this.
Well,
for
so
years.
this work has paid off.
It's paying off.
That's
yeah.
great.
I feel like,
I got to start doing that. I thought it was just kind of something that happened to you. I didn't know that I could work on my rizzing and
you
stuff.
got to campaign for it.
You can plant a seed for anything. Anything you want. If you want to be like king of donkeys or something.
Okay. So
you can kind of anything that you like. You want to seek out.
Is that something that you've thought about doing? Being the king of donkeys?
That
wouldn't be too bad. All the donkeys under my control. Yeah. No, I've never thought about that.
It's actually not as easy as you think. So South Carolina with.
It's not actually an easy thing to be the king of donkeys.
What a cast in South Carolina.
Yeah, man.
That would feel that to me from far away feels like the same way you're talking about Atlanta shooting Superman. It seems like I bet you guys get to spend some fun time together and riff and et cetera.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to. I feel like now I'm projecting and
what if they
losing
don't
my
riff?
king of donkey status.
No, dude. It was.
No.
Dude, you're not
donkeys
losing it at all. No one's saying that, man.
Oh, cool. All right, cool.
And dude, that is that's a total golden ticket, kind of like Danny McBride is like, he's the coolest guy in the world. He's he's the man as advertised, and what they've built. It's so special what they've done because it's like him and kind of all his best buddies who have been making stuff together for so long, and so there's just a general vibe on that. Anything they're doing of like it feels very familial from the very beginning, and that was such. I mean, it was 4 years, like half the year in Charleston, South Carolina, which is like such a great town, and everyone got so close, and that was a great ride, man. I'm sad that it's over.
Yeah, I love that show so much.
Thanks, man.
What was your first acting role?
The first role was the first audition, which was I met a couple of these agencies, and one of them was like, okay, well, all of our kids who we represent are going on this Pizza Hut commercial audition across town. Why don't you go? So my mom took me, and back then it was like cutthroat, man. It was like they had 100 kids there, and they wanted to find the kid by the end of the day. So like if they liked you, they'd be like, go outside and tell your mommy like to wait to like don't go home yet. So you like have half the kids coming out like heads held high, and half of them just like dejected, just like smoking coming out of the room. Like it's time to wrap it up.
Damn.
And so we wait, and by the end of the day, they were like, it's my first audition, and I got it. It was this Pizza Hut commercial, and it was incredible. The whole thing. I also had this speech impediment at the time. I couldn't pronounce my R's. So the whole premise of the commercial was like, I'm at my friend's house. I'm supposed to leave before dinner, but they're having Pizza Hut for dinner. So I want to like compliment the mom and say whatever I can to get her to let me stay for dinner. So they gave me a list of, once they loved the speech impediment thing and leaned into it. So on set, they just gave me a list of words on a napkin with R's in them to compliment her. So you really like kept hearing me.
Oh my God, that's so adorable. Is that online? Can we look that up?
I don't know, man. I've seen it floating around. I don't know. Yeah, it was that. So it was that in the beginning. There was a lot of commercials, a lot of like small parts in TV shows, and then like just this very gradual thing.
And when you said you were watching a lot of movies at the time and just like wanting to be a part of that world.
Yeah.
What were you watching when you were like that age?
I was obsessed with, my parents were out of town, and my uncle showed me Happy Gilmore. And that was like, I would just do the whole weirdly, Happy Gilmore and West Side Story were the two.
Really?
For whatever reason.
Love West Side Story. It's so good. We just got a vintage, like a Japanese promotional poster from like the 70s or something.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, cool.
Just put it up in our house. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. No, that's sick.
Love that movie. But.
Me too, man. Me too. And so my uncle showed me that movie, and then my parents got back to town, and they took me to the park or something, and I started like recreating the scene from Happy Gilmore. Apparently, like I was like yelling at like a ball in the and they were like, and I also I had the speech impediment. I couldn't pronounce my F's. So you know that scene where he's like, "That's your fucking home ball." I was like on the ground at like 6 yelling like, "That's your slucking home ball." Like get into that. My mom was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then she called my uncle, and then one of the first things I got when I started acting, I was like 7, so I was obsessed with Happy Gilmore. I'd watched it 100 times. I booked this thing where I was playing Andy Richter's nephew in like a live. It was the Comedy Awards on Comedy Central, and so Andy Richter was like he was hosting. And there was these skits built into the presentations over the course of the night. And so I got like all of these people were there, and Adam Sandler was there, and I like met him, and he like took me under his wing all night. And it was just this like totally surreal, you know, it's like I just started acting, and all of a sudden here's like my hero. And of course he was the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
That's so
and he won the award for funniest voice at 8 Crazy Nights. And he like signed the poster and gave it to me, and like gave me the award he won or something.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's incredible.
That's insane. He's so sweet. He's just like the
sweetest guy in the world.
guy in the world.
There are 2 line deliveries in the original Happy Gilmore that I really, really love. I don't know if either of you.
I think I know which one you're thinking of because.
Okay. Do you want to guess, or do you want me to?
You say it. Because,
okay. Well, my 2 favorites are Happy Look Out!
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Do you know that one?
It's been so long since I've seen it.
That's right as I think it's towards the end of the movie, and Joe Flaherty is driving a car that's about to
hit him, or does it hit the
it ends up hitting like a tower.
Right, and it kind of falls, and a guy falls off of it. Yeah.
And then I really like
Julie Bowen yells that.
Yeah, what is the other one is Happy, the gold jacket's yours, Shooter's gonna choke.
Yeah. And he like kind of steps out, and then he steps back and he nods, and it's just like this random dude.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a really good delivery.
Really good deliveries in that movie. Now I don't know exactly what this question is, but you've been acting for a long time, and after like Superman coming out, and you're about to go, shoot,
Fuck around
with the fuckers. Like, is it like normal to you? You know what I mean? Are you like, oh yeah, it's work and I'm used to this and like doing press and all this? Or is it like, whoa, this is, do you get excited by it? Because the longer we all do this,
Right.
it's like it is work and it's great and it's fun, but it's exhausting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just curious what I guess maybe
Totally.
this moment is like for you. Yeah.
Yeah, man, totally. I was just talking about this. It does like you spend so long where it's just like any opportunity you get, you're so excited.
Right.
It's just yes. It's like if they're gonna give me the opportunity to do it, then
Yeah.
I can. And then like now there's more of getting the job isn't rather yet you're excited, but also the thought process is beginning immediately of like I know like the stakes here. Like I understand like I want to be worthy of the moment and I want to do a good job in this thing. And like it does become it's so exciting, but it is work ultimately.
Yeah.
And it is new. It's always evolving, but the Superman stuff obviously is like for so long you're working and everything kind of feels like you don't really have a sense of any of it being connected. Like you don't feel that momentum.
Right, because you shoot it like a year ago and then it comes out.
It comes out,
yeah.
you do something and you try to, do a good job and maybe you do and that's great. And then you don't work for a few months and then another thing, or maybe longer, and then another thing comes along. And like, I just, from such a young age, I thought like, this is what I want to do. But then you start to get older and like 18, 19, 20, like 20's going by and you're like, oh, can I do this as a livelihood? Like I've always just said in an abstract way, like, oh, well, this is what I'm going to do.
Right. And it goes away it comes and goes.
It goes away, it comes back, and you start to get a sense of like, oh man, there's a lot of people who are really good who like don't work all the time and who also just like me thought they would do this. And like, is there a world where I'm not doing this or do I need to? So those gears are starting to turn. And then Superman, it's like, you don't really, if you have an opportunity like that once in a lifetime where it's like usually you're making stuff and you're like, I hope people see this and connect with it. You don't really know.
Yeah.
But going into a movie where you're like, I know this will be the most watched. This will be the #1 movie when it comes out.
Yeah,
and it will be the most the most watched thing I've ever. So like the stakes that come with that and like the sense of responsibility to get it right.
Right. Exactly.
And there's a sense of like, you always in the back of your head, that little voice, you're like, I believe I can do this. Like, I think I can do this. But then the second the world's like, you can do it, you're like, more than ever, you're like, wait, can I do it? Like,
right,
I don't know.
Oh, like, I don't know. Yeah,
you're kind of freaking out. And so the last, like, honestly, since the movie came out and now the last few weeks, it's been a whirlwind of like that. Yeah, I have been, like, I always just thought I would do this and I love doing it. But now that like, it's really, really happening in a way that like, on a scale it hasn't happened before. It's kind of scary, man.
Is it?
Rather than like, I remember watching the movie at the premiere and it wasn't like, I wasn't thinking like,
yeah, me neither.
Right? Yeah. I was kind of thinking like, oh my God, like here we go. Like it's in many ways, it feels like it's just beginning. Because had you waited to the premiere to see the movie?
I saw it at the like a marketing screening before.
You had seen it?
Yeah. And and there was like, I don't know, for me, it's hard. Like I love the movie and I'm happy with my performance and everything, but it is
so funny.
Thank you, buddy. But like it's a year and a half of like, what is this gonna be? And like, oh, I'm in Superman, and you just like get excited and it's like, and it's great, but then it's like, okay, there it is, and then there's that like a little bit of not like a letdown, but just like the it's like, okay, it's out, and the build up, the anticipation just goes away, and you're like, okay, it was great. Yeah, that's what it was. It was great. And it was awesome. And the best part was being there and shooting it and doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is sort of wild to be on that roller coaster and then be like, oh yeah, okay, what now? Like,
right.
Okay.
Because that's friends in this very sweet, well-intentioned way. All my people in my life, they've seen Superman, and people who kind of like, especially if you're not in the industry, it's hard to decipher like how well someone's doing, because no one watches everything, even if it feels like internally, like, I don't know, in the industry, it feels like, oh, I'm on this cool thing. Like most people aren't seeing it, but then you do something like Superman and everyone in my life has been like, oh dude, like you made it. Like congrats.
Right.
And you're like, oh, it doesn't really
I don't think
feel
that's
like
the made it
doesn't
thing.
really
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't feel that switch. There is no, and I don't know if you'll ever feel that.
I don't think you ever,
Because I've worked with actors who, from my perspective, are like so successful and been working forever and been like, what's next for you after this, man? And they're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, you've been doing this for like 30 years, but they genuinely still feel that way of like, I don't know. I got nothing lined up. Like, hopefully this works. So
you're
I guess
going to be
you're just-
working for the rest of your life. You're the golden ticket, Skyler Gisondo.
Thanks, man.
You're his god.
You're a Riz god.
Thank
and
you.
you are
The king-
so good as Jimmy Olsen. It's such a great performance.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're wonderful in the movie.
Coming from the king of donkeys himself. That's
yeah.
a great deal.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
you know,
Well, you're the king of donkeys.
Yeah, I'm the king of donkeys now. You heard it.
No.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
No, it's you.
He's kind of the king of donkeys. But if Skyler says I'm the king of donkeys, then
I'm getting a king of donkeys vibe from you.
I believe it. I'm with it.
oh,
I support it.
That's sweet, you guys. Also, what was the name of your character in Licorice Pizza?
Lance.
Lance. Yes,
Yeah.
so funny.
thanks,
Love
man.
Lance so much.
You're
I
great.
want Lance to have his own movie. I
Thanks,
really
dude.
think that could be a spin-off.
PTA's big on spin-offs. So
Yeah.
probably
Pitch it to him. I mean, I'm sure he'd be down.
he's always doing reboots. And
Yeah, absolutely. Building out the universes of his own
Totally.
movies.
IP. He likes IP a
Yeah,
lot.
he loves that stuff.
I'm trying to. It's been a while since I've seen it. That character is like a child performer.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
he's like a kid actor, and yeah, but he's like really like kind of feeling himself in the
He's
movie.
suave, yeah,
he's
yeah.
like a very like successful like
Yeah.
kid actor, and he's that was I remember auditioning for that, and obviously you're like freaking out because it's like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. It's like you just it doesn't even seem within the realm of possibility you'll ever find yourself in that universe, and then you're like sending in an audition, and I remember he FaceTimed me to like. I was pretty sure he was going to like offer me the role. I wasn't sure. And on that phone call, he was like, by the way, do you play piano? And I don't. And without missing a beat, I said, oh, sure. I've been playing my entire life.
Wow.
Not even, yeah. Like, I was like,
just
oh, yeah, man.
Fully,
I don't know. And the second it was out of my mouth, I was like, now's the time. If they're ever, it's now or never. To be like, I don't know why I said that on second thought. Not really. Because he goes, oh, great. Well, then you're going to play, when we meet your character, you're playing Scott Joplin's The Entertainer on piano. It'll be easy for you to brush up on, I'm sure. And I was like, okay, great. And we hung up and I listened to the song and it's insane. It's an insane song to play. And I thought if it was any other director,
terrifying.
If it was any other director, I would have immediately called and been like, dude, you know what? Maybe let's have a contingency plan, like in case for whatever reason I'm stumbling through it. But I was just, there's no world in which I'm going to call him and say, I just lied now on the phone. So I had like 2.5 months and I just thought, oh, this will be my job. And I found a guy on YouTube because I don't read music, but there was a guy who had made like 4-hour-long videos dedicated to each section of that song with a camera over his hands on the piano. And I just thought like, I'm not working. This will be my full time. And I played, I'm not kidding, like 6 hours a day, every day, waking up in cold sweats every night. Like I still can't. At some point, I'm going to have to call him if I don't have it by a certain point. And then I'd say like a week before the scene was the first time I was like, I'm going to be able to do it, I think.
That's insane.
And we did it and it went great. And people on set were like, man, you're really shredding like that. I was like, thank you. And then in ADR a few months later, we were on like the call again because he was walking me through the scene. I was like, how's the movie looking, man? He's like, oh, it looks great. We cut the piano stuff, but everything else looks really good.
Oh my God.
And I never told him. I was like, oh, right on. Okay, man. He goes, yeah, it wasn't working, but the rest looks great. I was like, good. And that was that.
That's
that was
incredible.
the end of
That's so ballsy that you were like, yeah, been playing my whole life.
I think
and then you made it work and then it was cut. Now it's out there. He's gonna find out now.
I know.
But that's
Maybe I should
cool.
have.
It's so much better than you just being like, yeah, I did play and then the scene got cut.
It got and
you made it work.
there's a scene in the movie where Cooper, the main character, Cooper's telling Alana's telling Cooper, one of the characters is telling the other before they meet with the casting director, whatever they ask, just say yes.
Yeah.
And there's literally a scene where they're like fencing. He's like, yeah. Like horseback riding. He's like, uh-huh. And so I'm sure Paul knows somewhere that he's like, every actor's going to lie about and I think actors really think they could do it. There's this insane delusional thing of like, I could figure it out.
Yeah.
Like archery.
That's
like,
part of the craft.
That's it. It's the craft. I'll get really good at that in 2 months.
That's wild.
Do you think if you were put in front of a piano today, you could play The Entertainer?
Dude, do you know what sucks is at the very least I thought, oh, it's cut from the movie. I'll have this great party trick where I could sit down and play this insane. It was like cramming for a test where I cannot play 5 seconds of the song. I can't.
You can't play anything.
I can't play it. It's gone.
Totally gone.
It's just totally gone.
Now, I didn't know before like getting ready for this episode that you are in probably all of the Airbud movies.
Thank you, man. I've been looking to talk about.
We have
these,
never
and no one's
discussed
given-
this. You're in all of them, right?
Air Buddies, Space Buddies, Santa buddies, treasure buddies, and spooky buddies.
Do you have
Spooky buddies is
I don't think I've ever seen any of them. I want to check them out.
very much up your alley, though.
I know. I bet I would love them. Have you been consistently playing one air buddy throughout, or do you play multiple air buddies?
I was B-Dog in all of them, who's like the basketball dog.
Yeah.
And then in one, I don't know whose decision this was, but in one of the movies, I'm like the lead kid, like the actual live action kid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the voice of B-Dog, and my character, B-Dog, is my dog. So it's me talking, and then I was like 10 years old. I wasn't like changing my voice up a lot. So it's me being like, B-Dog, what do you think? And me being like, that's crack-a-lackin', yo.
Oh my God. And what number was that? Because that was later in it, right?
Deep, obviously deep.
That was 5 or 6?
That was
and they were
5 or 6.
You're going to be playing multiple. They kind of went,
Listen, man.
what is that, Eddie Murphy and the clump? You kind of went clump style. On that Airbud. So they were like, they went all in on you in that franchise.
They were all in.
Was it fun to do?
Was that one of those things where you kind of had to like spend a couple months learning how to be a dog?
Yeah, I really immersed myself in that and Licorice Pizza, I would say, were the most demanding.
That's great.
I really took, at some point I stopped speaking. I said, I'll just be with the dogs and I won't speak. I won't use language.
Yeah.
And whatever it takes to inhabit this character.
It fucking
in
worked,
this.
dude.
Thank you, man.
6.
Thank you.
6 flicks, dude.
Thank you, man.
B-Dog.
B-Dog.
B-Dog. And now, do you surf every day?
I surf at not less now, but at one point, like almost, I was in the water 4 or 5 days a week, I'd say.
Damn.
Do you have favorite beaches?
All in the summer. I mean, it depends on like the swell direction, and any spot in Malibu in the summer is great. First Point, like Point Doom, County Line, and then in the winter, like we get a lot more north swells. So I'll like drive up to Rincon a lot, different parts of which is in Ventura or like C Street. And
what time are you waking up to get out there?
You know, that's the one thing I have a hard time waking up early, man. So the part of the great thing about waking up early is usually the wind hasn't picked up yet, and you beat the crowds. Yeah. But I've made peace with just surfing windblown, choppy surf, because if I have a buddy who's really hammering me to get up, I'll do it. But I have a hard time. I struggle with the waking up, man.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's really nice to stay cozy and sleepy in your bed.
Love staying cozy. And I love being on the water at sunset. So and sometimes the wind randomly dies late in the day. So if you're not out there first thing, sometimes end of the day can be really nice too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever get in any like fights with surfers or like
the locals?
I've heard.
Are you a local?
I don't know if I have loke dog status anywhere, man.
Loke dog status?
Loke dog status.
And is that a real phrase? Or is that just something that you came up with right now?
I don't know. I thought it would sound cool. It might be a phrase.
There's B-Dog, Loke Dog.
There's Sky Dog.
Sky Dog.
Donkey King Dog.
No, I don't think I do, because I don't. You do get like, especially where I grew up, this spot El Porto. Like if you go on YouTube, there's just all these like videos of fights in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, it's I go to surf to like, it's so meditative and therapeutic that the idea of getting in the water with that energy. I have not been in too many situations like that, because I'm just, I sort of like I'll defer.
Right,
right. And I just,
but like, you haven't like accidentally taken somebody's wave and then they're like, what the fuck, dude?
I did have one. The farther north you go and the less crowded it gets, the more local stuff you run into. And there's been one time like a dude paddled up and he was like, I've never seen you before in my life, dude. And I was like,
right.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's allowed.
I haven't seen you. Yeah. He's like, where you from? I was like, not from around here. He's like, I thought so. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. But I'm just real, like, I'm not looking to escalate.
And was that it? Was he like, get out of the water?
You just get out of the water if there's a guy like that, because people are weird and like you never know. It is at cool. First Point Malibu, which is, it's anarchy out there, and there's a lot of fights and there's a lot of stuff. One of my favorite is just overhearing the other fights. And one time, this guy who's just being like real mean, and he like dropped it on this woman who was like very nice. And she just started like rightfully like, being like, hey, that's not right. I think she was out there with her kid or something, da-da-da. And the guy just goes, hey, lady. And he like yells it across the lineup. He goes, why don't you go to www.sh.com? And like.
Sh.com?
Yeah. And then I think what's weird is like, she kept talking and he doubled. I don't know if he thought it was good or he just wanted to get another one out. But 5 minutes later, he said, hey, lady. Why don't you try going to www.shutit.com? and I was like, no, I think we got it the first time, and I think he thought it was so strong that to do it twice.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a
But
real
he
head.
punched it a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'd say it was stronger the second time. .com is a little. It's like too quick to really get it.
To that, I think he felt that. He's like, I'm going to try it again. I don't think people really.
This is going to kill. I got it now. Yeah.
Most of my friends to this day, still when we're surfing, sometimes say that to each other, like, "Hey, buddy,
That's cool.
get on the computer,
www.
open that laptop."
Shh.com.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's come time in the podcast for you to tell us what you think our podcast should be about.
So, okay, I was very nervous. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure I understood the tone and structure.
Yeah,
So
we're still figuring it
I
out.
think
It's loose.
nobody feels, because this isn't out there in the world yet, I feel like nobody's confident at this part. So there's no way to screw it up, really.
Yeah.
okay. So I wrote down.
You got pitches.
I got pitches. Do you want me to go one at a time, or do you want me to give you the whole gauntlet and then?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, that is a really good gauntlet, because maybe we might spend too much time if we go one by one.
Yeah.
I'll lay them all out, and then we can circle back and see what.
How many do we have? Like 11? Okay,
11.
great. Yeah, let's hear them.
Okay.
Is there, before we go into it, is there one that you're like very passionate about? Like, oh, I hope they pick this one, or do you feel pretty equal about all of them?
I think I feel equal.
Okay, great.
I'll leave it to you guys to.
Cool.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Disc golf, fast casual dining, backgammon, going to parties alone, swimming, white lies, Kahan, spike ball, vulnerability, surfing, and basketball.
Catan is Settlers?
Settlers of Catan.
Yeah. Okay. Can you do it
These
one
are
more
great.
time and slow down the pace?
I think I've got
White lies.
3.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Can I hear it one more time?
Yeah.
Surfing, basketball, disc golf, fast casual dining, backgammon, going to parties alone, swimming, white lies, Kahan, spike ball, vulnerability. I read this to my friend right before I came in here. He's like, that is your life in like 11 words.
Those are
very
the
sweet.
elements of Skyler.
Yeah.
We got a buddy who loves spike ball.
Yeah, we do. I got a
Do you
spike
really?
ball set, and it's just sat in my backyard. And I kind of realized that like most adults, like when you're kind of 40, they're like, it's hot, it's sunny. I don't want to do that. I would rather sit in the shade or like sit in the pool.
Yeah,
like
right.
in a backyard on the weekend. Nobody wants to play spike ball. But I like vulnerability. I like fast casual dining.
Okay.
I like surfing, going to parties alone. Any stand out to you?
I like those. Fast casual dining I love, but I also wonder, are we like encroaching on like Doughboys territory?
Sure. Well, we got a lot of options, so we have backup.
Spike.
White
Spike
lies is really fascinating to me too.
White
Yeah,
lies.
I like white lies.
Okay. Yes, the spike ball thing, I long ago made peace with the fact that I wasn't going to like achieve greatness athletically in any conventional kind of sport.
Yeah.
And I relegated myself to being like, okay, I'll play like these kind of barbecue sports, like
Yeah.
these ones on the margin. And when spike ball was new, and my friend and I one summer got just really what we thought was, we got filthy at it. We thought we were like really good.
Yeah.
We never met anyone who could beat us because it was so new. And so we entered a tournament. Like we were like, we should really like test this out. And we went to Santa Monica Pier at like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
And we were like, let's see where we're at with this. And we had never lost. And the first match of the day, we were playing these two like 40-year-old dudes who had flown in from Vancouver, who were wearing matching kits, like jerseys.
They
And dude, I don't think we got a point off of them.
Damn.
We got worked so badly, and they didn't even do well in the tournament. They went on to lose in like the next round.
Oof.
But it was like, oh, even this corner that we thought we found something, like something we may be truly great at.
Right. Like maybe, not enough people are involved. We can be at the top of it. And no, still
You know what I really
absolutely not.
love about-
That's heartbreaking.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry
I'm
about
sorry
that.
about that.
Thank you,
I'm
guys.
sorry about your loss.
Thank you.
But it seems like in your world, you're still a star. Like,
In our little corner of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love what I love about spike ball. I've only played a couple times.
I feel like we're almost doing the podcast.
I know. I
right?
feel like we'll have wrapped pretty much the spike ball stuff by the end of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we should do. So the listeners are kind of getting the spike ball.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a spike ball podcast.
What I like about it, and like I mean this, I hope in a non-offensive way to the creators of spike ball, but like it is a game that it's like, well, I could have invented this. But I didn't.
You didn't.
Absolutely. And I do have so much admiration for folks who are like just coming up with stuff that becomes universal. It's really incredible.
That hits the zeitgeist. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love
That's all
the
I want to do.
zeitgeist. All I want to do is hit that
Superman boys, you guys did it.
We did it.
We did it, dude.
Just the two of us. All right, we got to pick.
I'm like the weird one.
Yeah, King of the Donkeys over here. They don't cast
I'm the
King of the
king again.
Donkeys.
I'm the king again.
Yeah. We figured we'd let you be
we
the
had
King
to
of the
give
Donkeys
you
again.
Okay.
What do we think? Do you have?
Surfing, basketball, white lies,
Catan, disc golf,
vulnerability.
Ooh, I like disc golf, too.
Vulnerability. Going to a party's alone.
Backgammon.
Backgammon. I can't do backgammon. I won't have much to say about it.
Okay.
To be honest.
Do you want to pick one? Do you want to have these guys pick one? I don't know.
Oh, sure.
White lies sounds fun.
All right, we're doing white lies.
White lies.
White lies. Hey, everybody, we're going to be doing white lies.
Check it out.
Today's episode is brought to you by Alma. Let's be honest, working on your mental health is hard enough. Finding the right therapist shouldn't be.
That's where Alma comes in. Alma, spelled ALMA, makes it simple to find a licensed in-network therapist who really gets you. You can browse their directory, no account needed, and filter by what matters to you: race, gender, specialty, therapy style, and more.
And this isn't just about convenience, it's about real connection. 97% of people who found a therapist through Alma said they felt seen and heard, because when you're struggling, a real person can make all the difference.
I do the therapy thing. What about you, B?
Yeah, I've been doing therapy for at least 10 years, dude. I love it. It actually freaking helps me a lot. I was like I'm kind of like doing a voice right now where I'm kind of like joking to you, but I was not in a good place 10 years ago. I struggled with my emotions.
I'm sorry about that, man. And I also want to apologize if I wasn't always there for you and I wasn't providing the support I could have.
Thank you. And if I'm being honest, you are the reason I went to therapy.
I did have a sinking suspicion.
But it's all good because I went to therapy and I figured it out. And we're boys and it's all good.
Okay.
For real.
We could chat about this offline.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it after the ad. Yeah, it's all good. So
I'm glad to hear you finding your help.
Yeah, and I'm glad to find that you actually found help too. Because you said you do therapy too, right?
Yeah, I have certain struggles.
Yeah, we all have struggles. That's what makes us human. So don't be afraid. Check out Alma, because Alma helps you find therapists who accept your insurance. So care is actually affordable. On average, people save 80% on the cost of therapy when using insurance, helping to reduce the financial stress and strain so you can focus on what matters.
Better with Alma. Visit helloalma.com/ourpodcast to get started and schedule a free consultation today. That's helloalma.com/OURPODCAST.
To find help with your friends like Kyle.
Sorry that I was the reason you went into therapy.
It's all good. I actually found out in therapy that I have to take responsibility for my own feelings and emotions, and you weren't the problem.
Finally!
What's up, everybody? Kyle Mooney here.
That's kind of a weird funk on that, Mike. Whoa!
I guess the show has started, folks.
Yeah, buckle up and make sure you're buckled into your seats. Yeah, because we're here with another episode
of White Lies.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, you said what?
I didn't say anything at all.
Really?
Not. I did. Sorry,
What's
another
your
white
name?
lie.
What's the fuck is your name?
Braggy?
Braggy.
No, it's Beck, obviously. My
Yeah,
name's Beck.
a
This is
little
Kyle.
white
That was a
lie,
little
I
white lie.
guess.
My name's actually not
Yeah.
Braggy. It's Beck, as always. And I'm here with, what's your name?
Well, I introduced myself.
And what's your name, though?
Kyle Mooney, yeah. The Lune Mooney.
We're here with our incredible guest, Larry the Cable Guy. No, I'm kidding. That was another white lie.
That's a white lie.
No, it's
How you
not
doing, Larry the Cable Guy?
It's not Larry the Cable Guy. It's our good friend Skyler Gisondo.
Thank you for having me, guys.
So great to have you on our show, Skyler.
And I just had do people often get your last name? Do they say it wrong a lot? I said it wrong for a long time.
I've accepted it on this. No one's ever said it as much as they have like now with the press stuff from Superman, and Gisondo's getting said a lot.
Yeah.
And I've just accepted my fate. It's too lit. I think the train's on the tracks.
So I'm saying it wrong.
Well, it's Gisondo.
See, I was saying Gisondo forever.
Were you really?
And then I heard I saw somebody on a show say Gisondo.
Right.
And I was like, I've been getting it wrong. And I think it was like something where they were like, we're here with Skyler Gisondo, and you were sitting there, and I was like, oh, I guess that's how you say it.
I just roll with it. It's like anytime I say even Skyler, anytime I meet anybody over 70 and introduce myself, they're immediately like, all right, Scott, good to meet you, man. And I'm like, it can be Scott. It doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Yeah.
In that situation where this person says,
Scott.
Hey, yeah, nice to meet you, Scott. Yeah. Are you participating in a white lie?
Wow, great segue. Good.
Because
you know what? You are, because it's the same. I feel like for me, the white lie thing is, it always stems from a people-pleasing thing.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I don't want to, and even that small moment of being like, it's actually this.
right.
I just don't know. I can't come to terms with doing that in a way that's like, it doesn't feel necessary. It doesn't
Right.
like,
It feels like it's going to cause more trouble.
Yeah.
right.
Confrontational.
It's confrontational. It's, you're going to get into a fist fight. What's the next thing?
But
right?
even though like there's an element where it's like, oh, I'm trying to help them out. I don't want them to think they have the wrong name. I want to like correct them and give them the right information. But
Totally.
it never comes across that way. It's always, it's like, it's the same thing when I will say, my son's name is Ruby.
Yep.
Or like his name, what's their name? Ruby. Oh, she's so cute. And I'll be like, how old is she? And
Truly,
I'll be like,
I was gonna
he's
say the
3.
exact
Oh,
same
so
thing.
sorry. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I don't care, but it's, you
My
get
daughter gets misgendered all of the time, and I typically don't. Bees. I just stop referring to her as a girl. I don't even want to get into it.
I know.
Because I have been on the other side. I have done it. I have been on the other side of it and done it, and I did feel guilt.
Yeah.
And I don't want to
it's
necessarily
silly.
put somebody through that experience.
I've had whole conversations with people where, and this has happened a lot, where people come up to me, they'll be like, Millers, or like, what? And this has been happening for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I was in a movie called Vacation that came out the same year as We're the Millers.
Yeah.
And both are like family road trip comedies.
They're very, very similar. Like
Similar
look,
tonally.
Like, yeah.
Ed Helms is in both of them.
Right.
And Vacation like did okay, Where the Millers did like really great. And both, so Will Poulter, who's in We're the Millers, he and I are both, and I'm in Vacation, we're both playing like the nerdy, awkward son kind of guy.
Yeah.
So it's like similar characters, similar movies, similar times. And it's been happening for so long, and I used to be like, oh no, you're thinking of, and I've just stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And I've had whole conversations with people answering questions about how filming was.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's points where I'm like, oh, I need to get on the rails here. This is crazy. I'm too complicit now. And
Right.
and I've answered questions for Will Poulter that I hope I've answered well.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered if people come up to him and go like, Vacation.
Right.
But
right.
I doubt it.
I believe he also sort of embraces that he looks like the bad guy from Toy Story.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
At the time, he and I can see how people might have thought we looked alike. But now he's like jacked and like 6'2". He's in like war movie. I don't know how anyone would ever make the mistake now, but I see how 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Do you all? I'm curious about where everybody falls on this, and I would love to have a conversation about it.
No, I don't think we have time for that.
All good. It's all good. Oh, wait, are you? Was that a white lie?
Yeah, that was a white lie, dude. Of course, I was just messing around with you. I was white lying.
What about? And I think this falls underneath the white lie umbrella.
Which
In the back of a taxi, an Uber, or a Lyft, and you're asked, "What do you do for a living?"
Yeah.
How do you how do you respond typically?
You know what? Recently, I feel like there's this like self-imposed exile. And I used to make it awkward by being like, I don't. Now I'm just like, anytime I kind of just say, I'm like, oh, I'm an actor. And if they're like, oh, from what? I'm like, from this. And it's kind of like become a fun thing where you get to see people like, oh, no way. And you have like a real, that's the one place where I've started. I used to like not want to get into it.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, I do this or I'm a student or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it leads to like really fun conversations. And also like one of the most fun things about what we do, especially a movie like Superman, is how it means so much to people, how excited they are to talk about it, to see. So people are like, whoa. And now more than ever, it's like really fun to be like, I do that.
Yeah, I might try that because I'm white lying in that situation.
Yeah, right.
And
right.
What's your lie?
I think I will often. I've said I'm a comedy writer. Like I write comedy or whatever. I'll say like I have a sketch group, or like I maybe I've said like I work in advertising, and I like write ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Have they ever pushed it? Have they like what?
Like where have you written? And it's like I'll be like just kind of like YouTube.
What's the name of your boss?
What do you do?
I mostly answer the same way you do. I'll say actor, but I'm immediately nervous when the question comes.
Yeah.
And I'll say it, and then almost inevitably, I think that it's touching upon 100% of the time. If they're asking you what you do for a living, if you say actor, they will ask you, what have you been in? And the what I struggle with in answering that question is that, like, to me, the most obvious thing I've been in, I think would be Saturday Night Live. And that show is ubiquitous and pretty iconic to a point that, like, they're likely going to be aware of it. But it immediately means they're aware of something, but not aware of me. Does that make any sense? So, like, there is, it feels, a little. I feel it feels a little. I don't want to say belittling, but I feel a little embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? Like, so now I have to be like, well, I was on Saturday Night Live. Okay. Yeah, look, haven't watched in a while. Typically, a lot of it's like, haven't watched in a while.
It's like, I haven't watched in a while. Yeah, I don't really like the new cast. I like the Will Ferrell. Like, that's when it was funny. It's like, yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, all good.
But it's just
or they'll
like,
apologize that they haven't been watching. And it's like, it's okay.
It's
totally fine.
You know, for me, for a long time, I lived in that, and I still do, but like, people, they know you, but they don't know from what, or they think they know you personally from their lives. And I remember I used to white lie more because people would be like, do I know you? And I'd be like, oh yeah, did you play like pickup soccer at that? And I would just be like, maybe, we'll figure it out. But a friend was like, dude, you are elongating these interactions and making them awkwarder and weirder by white lying, by trying to make, so they were like, you should just come out. This was years ago. And I was like, okay. And it had been happening more and more often. I was like, the next time someone comes up to me and says, do I know you? I'll come right out with it. And this girl came up to me, I don't know where, she was like, hey, I know you. And I went, yeah, I'm an actor. And she went, no, you know my friend Sarah.
Oh,
and I did know her friend Sarah.
You did know her friend
and
Sarah.
I was like, dude, this is why you don't. This is why you do the other disc come out. Yeah, you might from a...
You don't.
Well, it is that time of the show, I believe, where we talk about our craziest white lies.
Oh yeah, I love this part of the show.
I got one.
Well, wait, and now I just want to say we all know what white lies are, right?
It is also part of the show where we remind people
Remind our
sort of how we
audience.
define a white lie.
It's like a little lie.
Yeah.
It's like not that bad.
I know that it is a tough thing to sort of, I guess,
Can we see? Can our producers of the white lie
in terms
show
of like when have you overstepped the bounds between white lie and straight up lie?
Yeah.
But
do you have a definition for us?
It's a harmless or trivial lie, especially one told to avoid hurting someone's feelings.
There we go.
You know what I feel like I have a white lie in my head, but one that I feel like I do consistently is like at so many like restaurants when like something is not fully to my liking, like how's everybody doing over here? Great. Like I feel like I constantly am saying great.
Yeah.
I think you're good about being like, this is a little. I feel like you can give it
At a restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I used to more.
Yeah, maybe more used to.
Not anymore. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Me? No, I do that. See, that's a white lie. Huh.
Oh,
cool.
You're good about, you feel like you can convey your honest feelings to
At a restaurant? Yeah, I guess, but I feel like I haven't done it in a while.
Maybe
it's part of like
my wife and I went to a restaurant couple months ago. The fact that I'm already spending too much time on this story for what
It's already too much time?
Yes.
Then you just said I went to a restaurant.
Yeah. There's going to be nothing exciting about the outcome of this story.
Was that a real laugh or a fake laugh?
No, I'm trying to be real for once.
Okay, great.
Like Skyler's like, just be honest. And I'm like,
Right,
I want to be honest.
I know. And honestly, he's so charismatic. You're like, I don't want to be like this guy. He's actually got a pretty good point.
You know, it's like you get out of the house only so often, right?
Yeah.
When you have a child.
Yeah.
And there's this restaurant I wanted to go to, and we went to it. We actually might have been with our child, but I was like, they got Mai Tais here. And I was like, I rarely find myself in a situation where I can get a Mai Tai.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sort of like a tiki bar or something like that, but this is not a tiki bar. Yeah, thanks. But we ordered the food. I was like, oh, we'll have 2 Mai Tais. We were both pretty excited about the Mai Tais.
Oh, yeah.
And
here we go. Buckle up.
Yeah, you are not going to believe where we're headed.
Oh, yeah.
And several minutes pass. A long time has passed. And our waiter comes back, and I'm like, oh, you know what? So we haven't gotten the Mai Tais yet. And he's like, oh, I'll go ahead and check on those. He comes back 5 minutes later. So this has probably been, I'm going to say I've been waiting 12 to 15 minutes for these Mai Tais.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back, hands the Mai Tais. I was like, yeah, I guess the bartender just sort of left. He's not there. So I went ahead and made these Mai Tais for you. I was like, oh, thank you. Oh, great. Thanks.
We were really looking forward to him. Okay.
And he walks away, and we try these Mai Tais. And these... Well, they were bad.
Like so bad you couldn't drink them?
So bad they couldn't drink them. And like Kate would not, she had a sip. It was like, oh God. I was like, I'm paying for the Mai Tai. I'm like I'm going to try to get as far into this Mai Tai as I can. And he came by and like definitely noticed that Kate hadn't drinking much of mine. How are the Mai Tais? These are really good.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That is a white lie we've already described over the course of this.
But the alternative to me is unthinkable. And my mom she does that. Like with my sister and I we went to get lunch with my mom, and the service was, to her credit, like very, very slow and like not great, and like a thing was wrong. It wasn't crowded, but we waited a long time. And my mom was like, I'm not gonna tip her, the usual 20%. She was, but I don't want her to think, I'm not a cheap person. I don't like I'm going to explain to her. My sister and I are immediately like, no, man.
No, don't talk
No, man.
through
We will
that.
leave. Do
That's
not, just normal, do 20%. Let's go. It's all good.
And if you're going to not do 20%, you don't have to walk the waiter through that.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't have to sit down and tell them why.
But in my mom, she's really that, it's different. She was like a cocktail waitress, and she's like, I would want to know if I could, how I could
help her out.
And she like is so open to that. So she started doing it. My sister and I book it just out of fear. But she they had a great conversation. My mom explained like what she was disappointed with over the course of the meal.
The conversation took
did
place.
it. And now the two of them are like this. And my mom still goes back all the time.
Wow.
And like tips great. And every time I go with her, the woman like lights up. She's like so happy. I think she was so grateful for
Look at that. We're afraid of this connection.
And do you remember what the notes were? I mean, besides it was just that it was slow.
We'd have to get Stace on here.
Yeah.
That's have to your get, mom.
That's your mom. Stacy, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, should we call her up?
We could call her
up.
All right, we've done it before.
Yeah. We've called Stace before on this show.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's a little white lie. Oops.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I could never conceive of doing that. I never, someone could spit in the food and I'd be like, man, it's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm just grateful to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Truly,
grateful for this meal.
Just take a...
it's been a while since I've given
all over the food.
I'm sorry,
tastes
what?
Good to me.
Wait, who's coming all over the food?
No,
just everybody at the restaurant. Everybody's just kind of doing the cookie thing.
They're jerking it on the food. I'm like, yep, looks good. I'm like, dude, I wish they wouldn't jerk into my...
But you're like, I love it. It's yummy,
actually
yummy.
really good. This is how I like it. It's like, and they're getting encouraged. They're like, oh, he really likes, because I'm like, no, it's great. But it's like, I don't want you coming in my food.
Yeah, that is the craziest white lie for sure. That is. I don't think I'm gonna have a white lie that tops that.
Yeah, well,
one.
that is it's a white topping on my cacio e pepe.
Yeah. Well, where did I don't think we all got around to saying our craziest white lies. But typically for me, a white lie is typically a compliment.
Yeah.
You know, and we get put in that position a lot. Like,
Yeah. How do I look?
amazing. I really like your shirt.
Your jaw clenched when you said it.
No, you look so good. It's so you. It's great.
Do you think I should have dressed up? Like
No,
you guys,
honestly, I want to get more shirts like you. I'm going to start copying you.
You really like it.
I actually do really like it, yeah. That was genuine.
And for our listeners, he started sticking his tongue out. Like,
Cookie face.
yeah, he was.
It's that thing of your friend's in something. Yeah, how you're not going to tell your friend like, I thought it could have been.
Oh.
But then the thing is, we all know that.
Right.
And if we're like, I know none of my friends are going to tell me if they thought I wasn't good in something, and I wish they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like I don't know where we even start to make that a reality. It's too painful.
Right, and then they're the one person that did it, and you're like, they said that. Like, nah, I guess I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it would do something. It would change something.
Whenever
it'd be
people are
upsetting.
like, whenever people are, when I meet people who are that way, where they're 100% authentic and they don't give you anything, like these kinds of like,
Yes,
where
absolutely.
They're
They're
just
okay.
like stoic.
There's no people pleasing
There's
element
nothing
to them at
put
all.
on, and they don't like nothing. They give you nothing unearned. I always find that so like, it's like such a relief. I'm like, you're giving me permission to be the same with you.
Oh, yeah,
and now
yeah.
we can both get on that wavelength. And for a working relationship, it's like the best thing.
It is, yeah.
Right?
I felt like when we were. It is nice when you're working with people and they're not complimenting you.
The best.
It's like, great. We're all just like here working. We all trust that we can all handle this. Like, there's not a problem. You know what I
Right.
mean? But when people are like, that was great, then it's like, oh, well, like, yeah. And then you get caught up in that and you can just
Start. Well, I feel like we've had this conversation recently. You can start gauging the sort of veracity of the compliment. Like, oh, well, yesterday you said that was fucking amazing, and today you're saying it's really great. Like, so
Right.
something
Something-
there is a
Right.
difference.
yeah. It's
A good out if you don't want a white lie. Whenever anyone like asks how is, you can just go. And I've done this, so I'll just go, dude.
dude.
And that there's something in the silence of like, oh, I don't even have that.
Like, I can't.
Right,
It's
like,
amazing.
It is
Just-
beyond. Let's not even
Did
get
you just
started.
come in my pasta? Dude.
dude.
Or is that yeah? Or no, I
It
guess
would be,
it would
did
be-
you
it would
enjoy us coming in your pasta?
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think that's a perfect note to end our podcast on. And so I think after our conversation, I'm going to say yes to white lies. They make life easier. I'm going to keep doing them. Every now and then, though, I'm going to push through that to see if I can have a moment of connection with somebody, a stranger.
We find we draw lines in people coming in our pasta. And
Yeah.
in those moments,
And you
we
draw
find,
little lines in it.
We draw,
You
yeah.
doodle in the. Yeah,
and we
you-
say, I love it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here and talking
Yeah.
about white lies. You know,
They,
what was that?
The white lies, pointer fingers. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Yeah, thanks for listening. Okay, so that was white lies.
That was
Yeah.
I got to say, Skyler, we've almost done, let's say, 12 of these in total. The podcast within a podcast, the podcast that people come to pitch, they're always fun, or they're typically fun.
Yeah.
They could be hit and miss, but that I feel like would be that felt listenable to me.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you could stretch it across, like if you could actually make a whole season of that. Maybe it'd have to be a little more of like, what was your white lie this week or something like that? Because I feel like we did a great job of touching upon some really generalized white lies that we all experience on a day to day.
Totally. Yeah, you could bring something new to it every week. I feel like it has legs.
Yeah.
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 I would
And
really
I like the
to-
pizza stuff too, or the cacio e pepe stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the juicing on the.
It was initially a white lie pod. It felt like it became a jizz podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, a
But like
little bit.
I like those sort of things where it's like, okay, we have this general conceit, but you can sort of fuck around and like that's the kind of when I started talking about the cum stuff, I was like, where's this gonna go? What are people gonna
You
think?
didn't know if it was going to work. It could have been really embarrassing for you, but it was actually pretty cool.
Because I got to be honest, I had the imagery in my head of like, oh, well, if somebody's walking to my table. And I was like, yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in talking about it.
But so that's not really the white lie element of it, right?
Yeah.
That's just more like the buddies, like kind of the rapport
kind of,
of
yeah,
us. Like
goofing
we're
around,
kind of weird.
I think being honest about white lies allowed that to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a doorway into really interesting conversations.
Yeah,
White lies.
It was a little scary too at first. White lies. You're talking about how you lie. Is that bad? But they're white lies.
Right. Yeah.
So they're just polite.
Yeah.
And I really do think that they're kind of a I hate to say it. I don't just because it's a weird word. Social lubricant.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was coming out of you.
Yeah, it did come out of me.
You're saying the white lie itself is a social lubricant?
Yeah.
For sure.
You're just like smooth, making it all smooth. You're not like going like, no, it's a boy, or no, my name's not Scooge.
Right.
Skyler. And like,
But Scooge is fine.
Yeah, but you can
Do you
call
like
me
Scooge? Dude.
Dude. Yeah, it makes life easier.
Yeah, the world's built on him.
Yeah, it really is.
They make the world was a social lubricant.
Yeah.
I've never heard you use that phrase.
Yeah, me neither. I
But
think
it
I'm going to
makes
start
sense.
using it all the time.
I liked what you did with it.
Thanks, dude.
Can I ask if the answer is no? That's fully all good. Of the other podcast pitches, was there something like, ooh, I could talk about? Is there something that you're like, ooh, I would love to have talked about this or mentioned this?
I think you got a testament to the program here. You guys zeroed in on probably the most solid one. I think the other, I pitched disc golf because I felt like that's maybe a space that's not being serviced in the podcast community, which could be a good breakout point for you guys with this.
Yeah.
But also that was born out of like, in my 20s, in between projects, a lot of free time. And I've really been exploring like, man, how can I be more productive with this time? How can I make it more meaningful? I got to start doing stuff that's not centered around me. Mm-hmm. And that moment began when I was alone on a disc golf course in Culver City, where I was like, I'd not been working for months, and I was just like
chilling,
trying stuff, doing stuff. I was like, oh, disc golf, and I'd gone with a buddy a couple times, and it was fun, but still social. But he couldn't go that time, so I went alone to Kenneth Hahn disc golf course in Culver City, and I was like standing alone on this course, and it really just dawned on me like, I gotta figure some stuff out. I can't be like it's 1 p.m. on a Wednesday, and
it's interesting because it could have gone either way. I thought you could have said like, oh, it was so nice to have a hobby and to like kind of have,
but I have enough
surfing or something.
But
like
I do feel like with disc golf, like it makes sense that you had that moment. I think a lot of people have that moment on the disc golf course. Because it's not like, golf, golf, tennis is something you could do your whole, there's social circles built around it, but I feel like disc golf is a young person's game. And at some point you're playing disc golf, maybe smoking weed, whatever, and you're like, I got to stop doing this. Yeah. I don't know. I think people grow out of it. And I played it a lot growing up.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Can I just pitch, if that, I don't think we're ever going to make that as a podcast, and I'm really happy we ended up on White Lies, but I do think I have a good title for that podcast.
What?
Disc Golf Disc Course.
Oh, dude.
No,
that was serious though. Wow. No, that's terrific.
Yeah, that's really good.
That alone makes me want to see that. I think it'd be a travesty not to do that podcast.
I mean, Headgum has room, I think, for more podcasts, so you could maybe do that.
Disc Golf Discourse. I'm in, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and that was not a white lie. Now, it was great having you here. Maybe we'll do the white lies again. Maybe we'll make that a segment. Is there anything you want to plug or that's what we do in this part of the show, right?
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug?
Like
Superman's out. Anything coming out in the fall? Because this will probably air, September, October?
I don't,
Halloween or something?
There's nothing.
Do you know what you're going to dress up as for Halloween?
For Halloween?
Yeah, do you know?
Every year, my girlfriend and I put together we dream big, and then we both we struggle with execution, and it's a panic. Day of, we end up doing something really underwhelming. But I'd love to put some real thought into it this year. I got to check we have a shared doc of.
Oh,
that's nice.
That's good prep.
That's responsible.
Yeah. What are you guys thinking? Do you know?
We do family costumes now. So last year it was Winnie the Pooh, and this year I think it's going to be Paw Patrol. We're all going to pick a character.
Really cute.
Yeah, Very cute stuff.
I remember one, that critical year where I think when you're a kid, there's a lot of years where you dress like, you really lean into it and you do something cute or cool or scary. Like, like 8, 9, 10, you want to be scary. And then there's that like year around like 12 or 13 where everyone's suddenly too cool to like, and everyone just dresses like ironically or funny. And it's like not really, I was homeschooled and I like kind of missed the memo on that. And for like 4 years in a row as a kid, I had been like the dark jester. And it was this like black and white checkered thing with a mask with like a dagger and like bells and the thing.
That is.
And I really liked it. It had been successful for me. And I was going, like, it was my first time going to like kind of like a Halloween party. I think I was like 12. And my mom dropped me off in my dark jester outfit. There was some kid at my friend's house alone. And everyone, like every guy was just like in a t-shirt. And all the girls, it was like the first year they were being like, trying to be like kind of like hot. Yeah, so they were like bumblebees or like cats. And I was really, I like 15 in, white lie moment. I was like, I think my mom's calling me. And I called her and I was like, will you pick me up?
Oh,
and I went home.
And you got out.
Yeah.
Did anybody make fun of you? Or
like no one had to say anything. I got out of the car and they were all like, "Oh, cool, man."
Right.
I was like, "Oh, dude, I blew it."
You really went for it. What's going on at home? You okay? Yeah.
Maybe I bring that back this year. Dark Jester, full circle moment.
I really think you should. I think this will be coming out around Halloween and people are going to hear this and they're going to want to see your Dark Jester. Yeah. I would love to see it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
Thank you for being here. This was so fun.
Guys, thank you for having me. This was a dream.
You're the best.
Cheers.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
That was a Headgum podcast.